Howdy all Multilax Lives. I think it's time to play a little 7 Days to Die. So I'm just doing a little looting today. Oh shoot. Bad doggy. Bad doggy. Bad doggy. Oh. Alright. Did you just try to kill me, game? Did you see it throw me off a building like that? What kind of craziness is that? I was kind of hoping I'd be able to punch that dog down because I did put a point into brawling. So I actually recorded earlier and I didn't like it. So I mistakenly thought that I still needed a point to make a wrench. Oh, I thought that would give me some leather. And so I spent the whole time trying to earn enough XP to make wrench. And instead I already had the point I needed to make a wrench. So yeah. Which is why I put a point into brawling after I realized I didn't need it to be able to make a wrench. No. Bad doggy. Man. I am not ready to fight dogs. I don't even know where that guy came from. I mean, clearly I wasn't paying attention, so. I wasn't not paying attention, I was just looking at the map. Man, I hate to walk between towns, you know? How far away am I from being able to make a mini bike? Oh, 0. Cool. What do I need to make a mini bike? Apparently I can just make this one with the stuff that's on me. And the chassis, I need 10 forged iron. Interesting. Alright. Let's go see about making this mini bike. Let's see what supplies I actually need. Because I feel like I've hit most of the places in this town I want to go to anyways. I tend to try and stick to stores and stuff like that, so. Plus we can go see about clearing this quest off of my hotbar. Our little 6 kilometers is a long way to travel for that. Okay, so first off, let's get these handlebars going. And then I need 10 forged iron, 4 duct tape. I don't have 4 duct tape. I do have 10 glue. And I've got 6 forged iron. Oh, okay. So clearly I don't have enough iron. I do have a battery. I've got an engine. I've got 2 acid. I don't know if that leaves me with enough oil, though. Oh, what did I pick up? Oh, that's shale. Ha! That's like I thought I picked that up. Oh, awesome. Alright, wheels are done then. Oh no, the wheels used forged iron. Oh no. Well, then I need... Oh, shoot. Get back in here. That's to make my, duct tape. That's the word I was looking for. Duct tape. Okay. Let's go get some iron. Come on, guy. I'm scratching my knee in real life. Got me off kilter there. What's the base of you look like? 1,000. See about this. So yeah, so um, moved the Starlink dish yesterday. Um, so when I first put it in, it was like winter, right? And our lawn, where I thought the dish was probably going to have to go, was covered in snowdrifts, and so I didn't want to, you know, trek out through snowdrift trying to find a spot to dig a hole to put a dish on the ground out there. I don't want it on the ground at all. Um, but currently, we're 3/4 of the way to being able to put it where I think it should go. I still need to take some measurements and I need to get some parts yet. I got the pole to put it on, and ow. And but I gotta get some conduit so I can bury the cable, and hopefully, I'm pretty sure there's just enough cable to stretch along the side of the house to the point where I want to cut across the lawn, go down deep enough that it can go under the ground, and then go up the pole at the other end. I think there's just enough. I might have to move it a little closer to the house than it currently is, but um, it had gotten really bad. So the dish itself will tell you where it's obstructed. And so when I put it down, there's a tree next to our deck. And I put the dish on the deck because it was dry, right? And I didn't think it would work there, but when I had looked through the positioner, most of the sky was clear. Just the very, very last, I don't know, 5 feet of the tree was in the way. It's a pine tree, so it's pointy, right? And so I thought maybe I could get away with that. And so when I first put it in there, there was an obstruction of that tree and a part of the house. And then the trick is that the dish doesn't tell you which direction it's going to face, which I find weird. Like, they know, oh, they know your address, right? So they have to know where it's going to go. So I don't know why it wasn't like, you need a north, east to west viewpoint. Whoa, that guy just appeared out of nowhere. Where did you come from, guy? You literally just appeared out of nowhere on my screen. And I think more people are just appearing. Did I not kill the screamer? Is she screaming from the undead purgatory, wherever they go? And so basically, if you take a pie, right, and you tilt it, don't ask me angles. I can't do angles in my head. You tilt it so that it's kind of pointed north, like north into the sky, and then you take a fork and you go on the west side of that, and you just gouge a big bite out of the side of that pie. That's about how much was blocked. Was just one big forkful. But then it turns out the issue with that is that is the precise location of where it points when it's picking up the new satellites as they travel from west to east. And so every time it would hit that spot, and there weren't enough satellites to the north where it could see, and it needed to look northwest, I would lose internet, just completely lose internet. But it will only last like a second or two until the satellite cleared that tree, right? And so it wasn't a big deal when I first put it in. It didn't really bother me, and it only happened every once in a while. I think it said once every 3 minutes. And so once every 3... Oh, man, I didn't realize I was that low of health. And then it wouldn't have mattered. I'd still try to punch her. And so everything I do on the internet, 90% of it doesn't care. 90% of it hasn't cared all the way up until I moved it. What happened to the sun? Oh, it's raining. Great, and I've done a giant sign to get metal, and I don't know where that sign was at because I didn't pay attention. Oh, it's right here. So that surprise zombie leave then? Okay. So, the only times I get affected by how often the internet drops out is when I play Final Fantasy 14, which is an online game, and every time we lose internet, not every time, but almost every time we lose internet, I would get kicked from the server. And what sucks about that is that it's one of those, there's a queue to get back in games, and so I get kicked out and then have to queue. And then on top of that, if you're in a dungeon with somebody else and you keep dropping, or there's a lot of cutscenes in Final Fantasy 14, and so if you're in the middle of a cutscene and you get dropped, then you have to start the cutscene over. And so or like the game is designed around 4 people in a dungeon or 8 people in a dungeon, whatever type of dungeon you're doing. And so I need to be there. Otherwise, people might not be able to complete what they're doing. And so, still, once every 3 minutes, it wasn't always every 3 minutes. Sometimes it was, we'd have a nice window of 10, 15 minutes without having it happen. Uh, but here a couple weeks ago, I can only assume the tree unfurled because maybe it was all clinched up because it was cold. And then once it stopped being cold, it was like, ah, yes, make myself bigger. Uh, so once that happened, you could watch day by day as the length of time that we were obstructed just grew bigger and bigger until it was like 40 something minutes. Now, that's 40 minutes of internet gone every 12 hours. The problem is that that's not 4 minutes in a row or 40 minutes in a row. That's 1, 2, 3 second blockages. So let's say they're 3 seconds. That's 3 seconds. 3 seconds. 40 minutes worth. Right. So that is 20 times a minute. Uh, that's 800 times that we get like 3 seconds of no internet over 12 hours. So it was happening a lot. And it was bad. It was bad. Couldn't do voice chat because you just miss bits and pieces of the conversations. Couldn't play Final Fantasy because I get dropped every minute or so, every couple of minutes. They're trying to play like Fortnite here. And so I mean, it doesn't matter what game that dude plays. He just whines and complains about how terrible the internet is, and yet he doesn't do anything to make it better. Um, and yeah. So, anyways, I moved the dish, got to a new spot. There's still some issue where it switches from satellite to satellite sometimes, um, where we get lag spikes. Um, but over the last 12 hours, we have 1 minute of network issue, which is where there's no internet from the satellite, and 46 seconds over 12 hours where there's no satellite to connect to. Um, although that might also include like when I was dragging branches today and I walked in front of it. That probably was a good chunk of that 46 seconds. But that's a huge improvement. 0 obstructions now. Uh, so yeah, pretty slick. So now I just gotta make sure to get it up and out of the yard where it's currently laying because I'm really worried. We have wild rabbits, and I'm really worried that those wild rabbits are gonna run out there and snip the cable because rabbits will bite cables. I don't know why. They just do. I mean, I don't want it in the yard anyways because I don't want to have to move it every time I go to mow the lawn, which is why I bought the pole adapter for it. I didn't buy an adapter. I bought an actual pole mount for it. Um, and then I just, like I said, I can't put it up on the pole because I can't put the cable in the ground until I get the conduit for the cable to go through. And um, I mean, the kids had to go to school stuff today. Um, they're having like a performance event or something, and so they were. Okay, I got my wheels. I need an engine and a battery. Engine, battery, and then I spent the yesterday afternoon after I moved the dish, and today a good chunk of the afternoon outside with the chainsaw, clearing up the trees. I've slowly been pruning back the trees as I mow the lawn because I'm the lawn mow guy here now, which didn't used to be, but the last 2 years it's been me. And well, every year I find more things that I want removed out of the way so that I can mow. Basically, I keep a set of pruning shears. There's like a little compartment on the lawnmower itself, and so I keep a set of pruning shears in there to cut branches down. But then I found some branches that were like too big for me to cut with the pruning shears, and so I kept thinking, I need to get the chainsaw out and fix this. I need to get the chainsaw out and fix this. So I finally took the chainsaw out, um, and uh, well, to be fair, the first year they didn't bother me. The second year they grew in, and maybe I've mowed lawn for 3 years now. I don't know. And I'm gonna say two. I'm gonna say two. Someone else used to live here that mowed the lawn, and then they moved out. So that's why I'm the lawn mowing guy now. I don't know why I'm the lawn mowing guy. I don't know. I feel like other people could be the lawn mowing person, but somehow it became me. So I don't know. But yeah, anyways. So one of the trees got another tree underneath of it and started growing out weird angles, so I had to cut that down. Yay! And not the tree, just the under tree. Okay, so now we could. I mean, we're gonna travel out here and see other place, or find another place, anyways. But yeah, so that's what I was doing most of I got out there and I got all the branches on we have a burn pit, like where we roast marshmallows and stuff. And so I was dragging the brush onto that. I cut it up into small bits to, should I just go south here? See where this goes? I don't know. So cut up in small chunks so they go in the campfire area easy enough. And I got it in a nice pile, and then I took some, paper trash stuff out there, and I was gonna burn it, and I could not find anything to start a fire with in this house. Uh, the the lighter, I couldn't flick the flint thing. The fire starter was out of liquid. Um, mm, mm. That seems to be a miss spawn there. Haven't seen one of those in a while. And all I could find was a box of matches. And so I took the box out and I lit the trash on fire. And I couldn't get it to light. I light the match go out. I light the match go out. I'm like, this is crazy. So I had to pick up the trash. It was a McDonald's bag that I shoved full of like napkins and stuff. And so I held that in one hand with the box of matches, and then I lit the match while holding it close to my chest, and then held the match inside the bag until the trash caught on fire, and then I put that in the brush, and it caught on fire. The trash did. And I put the bag inside of a cardboard box I'd taken out. And then I went to grab some more branches, and by the time I got back, the trash had I don't know, combusted completely, like just instantly. And that's it. One kind of scorched branch in all the brush, and nothing else had even looked like it was going to catch on fire. So then I went and got some magazines, got a box of magazines to use for kindling, and I couldn't get the magazine to catch on fire. I'm just like, all right, that's it, I'm done. I've used like 10 matches trying to light this fire. It just ain't happening today. It's too windy or something. Well, that was just a big go around in a circle, wasn't it? I might as well have gone north. Okay, so do I want to go over... I don't think I want to go over here. I think I want to go this way. I'm looking for a town, right? We'll probably go a little faster. So, yeah, I've been playing a lot of Vampire Survivors. Everybody that I have been watching has been playing it. Everybody's talking about it. Got one of the D&D guys to start playing it. He loves it. Really weird bullet hell game. It's not weird, but the fact that you don't actually control your weapons is weird to me a little bit. But man, I do enjoy that game. It's so much fun. All you do is move around. That's it. That's all you gotta do. You move around and try not to get hit by the monsters. It's strangely... Like, I don't know anything about this game before. I saw someone playing it. I'm like, that looks like it could be fun. And so I bought it. I don't know anything about the development or anything, but it is very, very, like... parody of Castlevania, but not in a side-scroll platform way, because you just move around on the screen on these big flat maps that are full of bad guys. Actually, bad guys just constantly spawn in, but like everything about it is just like, yep. 90% of us is something that was in Castlevania. The first guy you start with, he uses a whip. His name is like Belphemont or something like that instead of Belmont. And then like there's the dagger weapon, the cross weapon, the axe weapon, the holy water weapon. The only thing they're missing is that I can think of off the top of my head is the little urns that the potions that would make you invincible for a short period of time. They dropped the a cross pendant that destroys everything on the screen. Just like so much Castlevania stuff is in this game, and I love Castlevania. So it was fun to see all the different things pop up. The bad guys look like they're from Castlevania, but it's a bullet hell game where you're just basically dodging. I don't think anything does ranged attacks, so your goal is just to dodge the actual monster from touching you. And as you pick up weapons, they just auto fire on their whatever their stat is. So, like, it fires every second, that kind of thing. And then you collect crystals, and the crystals let you go up levels. And when you go up a level, you get to choose from a set of items. There might be an item you already have, so then it's an upgrade for the item you have. Or it could be... This is a nice little road next to a river here. I haven't seen one of these. Or it could be like a new item. There's So like some of the ones I had mentioned, right? So like you every character, there's a bunch of different characters. Every character starts with what is this? Oh, it's a fire. This is like a ranger post, like a fire out in the middle of nowhere post. Interesting. But it's not a town, and I'm looking for a town. Um, and so like you get your items and you got to upgrade them. Most of the items go up to level 10, and then each level makes it more powerful. Whether it's increases the damage, increases the distance it can attack at, increase how fast it attacks, that kind of thing. And so then there's also upgrade items that increase your stats in some way. So, for example, the whip, as you go up levels in it, when you first get the whip, it only strikes in one direction, whatever direction, left or right, that you last faced. And then when you get your first upgrade to it, then it strikes in both directions, left and right. And then when you get a third upgrade, it might be like adds 20% to the distance. And then you get a fourth upgrade and it's like increase the damage by 5. And then you get a fifth upgrade and it's like add another attack. And so you do that, and then you also get the if you can get your hands on it, you get the health max health modifier item, which increases your max health by, I think it's 20%. That also goes up in levels. I think those go up fewer levels than the weapons. But as long as you have the whip and at least one of the empty heart upgrades, then when your whip reaches level 10, some of the creatures are a little more powerful and they'll drop a chest that gives you a random item that you already have. But if you got the item that goes with a weapon and the weapon at level 10, then the weapon will upgrade to its ultimate form. And so like the whip becomes like the Bloody Tear or something like that. And then it gives you a chance to heal every time you kill something with it. Or like the cross weapon turns into a set of swords, or the axe turns into scythes that spin around the whole screen, or that kind of thing. And then you also unlock new characters as you play, and things like that. So yeah, I thought it's really fun. This looks like a circle, but there seems to be a spin off from there. And then yesterday, I should have recorded this yesterday, but I totally blanked and got sidetracked by this game called Suzerain, where you're the president of a country that has pretty strong presidential powers, and so it's kind of like a choose your own adventure, where you read through the stories and then make your choices. Although, to be fair, the choices are kind of feel uninformed to me, because I feel like as a president I'd have better information to base my decisions off of. Oh, here we go. I think did I finally find a town. Does that look like a town? Looks like something. Oh, this is like a weird abandoned... Yep, this is not what I was looking for. It's pretty big though, man. Look, it just keeps going. But yeah. All right, well, I think this is not a town. like I had in mind. So we're gonna have to continue the search next time. But yeah, at least we got the mini bike going again. Provided it doesn't crash out my save game like last time. So with that, be better than small things, lean to the light, and I will talk to you later.